Alan Pizzi is in Cairo. Alan, what is the latest on the investigation?
We're analyzing the black boxes, or we'll be starting soon. Now, there have been some suggestions that the black box people said, no, it wasn't a bomb, but that's not clear because nobody really knows what's going on. But analyzing black boxes is a very specific job that's done by specific people under very strict rules. And the Russians themselves are saying they want it done properly. They want it done under all the international protocols. So what we do know is that the plane fell from a high altitude. The debris field covers 8 square miles, and Russian officials, aviation officials, are saying that indicates a mid-air breakup. Now, the company that owns the Airbus said there was no indication from the pilots of any problems. It was just a sudden, dramatic loss in speed and then no more planes. So what happened, we're no clearer now than we were before. The last couple of days, although ISIS, the group, an ISIS-affiliated group in the Sinai, said they had a hand in bringing it down. They're not saying they shot it down, they said they brought it down, which would indicate a bomb. Whether or not that's credible remains to be seen, but the claim is coming from an ISIS source that is generally thought to speak for them.
Well, there's definitely some disconnect. The Russian airline says the crash wasn't caused by a technical issue, but Egyptian officials say the pilot did report a technical problem to air traffic controllers. Any idea what's causing that disconnect?
Well, there's been some disconnect between among the Egyptians themselves. One person connected with civil aviation said that the pilot had requested an emergency landing at the nearest airfield. Some hours later, it was disputed, and another official said, no, that call didn't actually come through. So there seems to be some confusion over the logs of the air traffic controllers. That may just slide away. I think the Egyptians would like to have a situation where they're not seen to have done anything wrong, not that reporting or not reporting a call has anything to do with the crash, but I think there's going to be a lot of disconnects and misinformation or partial information here for quite some time until we get a complete, thorough, professional analysis of both the black box recorders, both of which have been found, and the debris.
Alan, more than 100 of the victims have been flown back to Russia. How is the recovery effort going?
Well, the Russians are saying they'll have the last of the bodies out of the desert and back here in Cairo and possibly on their way back to St. Petersburg by about 10 o'clock local time tonight. That may be optimistic. The debris field covering 8 square miles. One body of a little girl was found 5 miles from the crash site. So finding people in an open desert, finding human remains, is very, very difficult. And it's an area that has to be secured by the military because an ISIS affiliate operates there. So, I mean, I think the Russians are hoping and will certainly try very hard to get all the bodies back to St. Petersburg, where they can be identified with DNA samples or, personal possessions and so on. It's a gruesome task, and I think everyone would like to do as much as they could to ease the pain for the relatives left behind. But, no one can really say we've got everything until you've got everything, and who knows when that'll be.
Heartbreaking indeed for those families. Alan Pizzi in Cairo for us. Thank you so much.